Hi, thank you for seeing me today.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming in. So, what can I help you with today?
I'm just really struggling with the end of the semester, and I think I've bombed a few tests, and I haven't done so well on some papers, and I'm really feeling it now, so that's why I'm here.
So, what is your fear that it sounds like it's anxiety provoking what you have?
Yeah, like anxiety, like nervousness when I go to take a test or when I go to write a paper. I kind of have this like notion in my head that I'm already gonna fail.
Oh, okay. So, you think you're going to fail. So you kind of already described your automatic thoughts that come to your head are when you sit down, oh, I'm going to fail. Oh, this makes me nervous, which feeds into your fear that you're going to fail. So, what other automatic thoughts do you think come to your head once you go to take a test?
Just like, I'm no good at this. Why did I try? I studied for no reason. Like, kind of just all the above.
Okay. So I'm already noticing some thinking errors that are going on, and it seems as if you're overgeneralizing. Like, you think every single time I'm gonna fail, even if it was only whatever a handful of times. So, and I'm also seeing some all or nothing thinking. Like, you think I'm definitely going to fail. There's no in between, no medium ground. So some ways to work on that are using challenges such as disputing questions. So one way we could use that is, I'll help you fill in the words I'm going to fail for when I ask you these questions. These are called disputing questions. Do I know for certain that...
I'm going to fail.
Do you?
No. There's still time in the semester, so I guess I do have room to improve.
Okay. So you're saying that you know every single time you're not going to fail.
Yeah. There's a chance that I might not fail.
Okay, I can work with that. Am I 100% sure that...
I'm going to fail? No, because, I mean, it's only been a few times that I have, but it still makes me nervous, so I'm not 100% sure, but there's still a chance.
Okay, so you're saying there's a chance, but it's not definite.
No,
that's what I'm hearing. So, what evidence do I have that
I'm going to fail? Just the nervousness and the anxiety that comes before a test. So when I go in and I sit down, like everything that I've studied is gone out of my head, and I'm so nervous, like taking it because I'm nervous that I'm going to fail, and then the nervousness makes me end up failing.
Okay, so it sounds like the anxiety-driven thoughts are what are causing you to kind of like just get so anxious that you can't do the test correctly, even if you've studied the material, right? You have studied like thoroughly.
Yes.
Okay. So it does sound like it's test anxiety, that you're overgeneralizing your thoughts. Oh, I'm going to fail from this because I failed in the past, even if that's not the case for every time. So, to go with those disputing questions, what you were telling me was that you don't know for certain that you're going to fail. And let's say there's like, you've taken 100 tests before. What percentage would you say that you have failed those tests?
Maybe 25%.
Okay. So out of 100%, if you only fail 25%, that's only a quarter of it. So that means you passed 75% of all of your other exams. So that means you were right when you said, do I know for certain that I'm going to fail? You said no, because for the most part, the majority, you don't fail. And then, am I 100% sure that I'm going to fail? And you said no. Is that correct?
No, yeah, that's correct.
And then, what evidence do I have that I'm going to fail? And could you refresh my memory on the evidence?
Just the anxiety and nervousness.
Okay. So, it seems like the anxiety is what is causing this. So, are there any rational responses that you, as the client, can come up with that you know would help before you go into a test, would help you feel more calm?
I would say to maybe try to remember the times where I walked in and I wasn't nervous, and then I got a decent grade. So kind of just apply that to when I do feel nervous and remember all the times that I have passed rather than failing.
Right.
I think that's a good idea.
Right, because you know that you don't fail every single time. So I think that's a good response. And also like searching for the positives rather than the negatives. So instead of like catastrophizing, like thinking, or catastrophizing, not sure, thinking, what I'm definitely going to fail every single test because I get anxious and that feeds into how bad I perform on my test. You can think, well, I actually haven't failed on every single one of my tests. I've actually passed the majority of them, And just remind yourself, go back to those disputing questions. Do I know for certain that I'm going to fail? No. Am I 100% sure that I'm going to fail? No. So I think when you constantly remind yourself and you don't focus on those maladaptive thoughts, you just remind yourself that I can pass and I've done it before in the past. So to go along with that, your achievable behavioral goal, what do you think would be a good action to take for the next session in regards to your feelings of feeling like you're going to fail before a test?
I'd probably practice everything that we've talked about. I've practiced thinking differently before going into a test and trying to be calm rather than working myself up and getting nervous.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a good plan. I think the overall thing that we need to work on is just positive thinking beforehand. Getting rid of all those negative, maladaptive thoughts, thinking I'm definitely going to fail, and just focusing on all the times that you have actually not failed and all the times that you've done well on your tests. And reminding yourself that that isn't going to be the outcome for every time you take a test. So do you feel better about this going on in the future?
Yeah, I feel like I've learned a little bit and that I can apply this to the next test or paper I write.
Okay. Sounds good. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
We had to note that part.